if you are planning to move to the villages at some point, to let the realtor know that, hey, I'm not going to retire for, another 5 years. We're kind of thinking about the villages down the road. What would be important to the realtor to know is what you do and what
Mhm.
makes sense for you long term, because clearly it won't be that home,
Mhm.
but they'll know in 5 or 6 years from now the type of things that would meet your lifestyle needs. And as they're out doing real estate and interacting with people in homes, around that time frame, they can start looking for you and they'll know more specifically what you want. These relationships are very long term in real
Mhm.
estate, and we go very deep with our clients. And so we only work with people that we would enjoy hanging out with and being friends with, because we get really personal about their finances, their families, their kids, their relationships, what they're going through. And so, again, it's not just about the house, it's about the lifestyle, and that's all inclusive of your lifestyle. And so, again, it's finding that realtor that you can really click with, where
Mhm.
you're like, yes, I could be friends with this person for the next 10 years. I know that I could work with Mary in 10 years from now.
Uh-huh.
And the more you interact with Mary over time, by the time you get out to the villages, she will have the best location in the villages with the best home
Mhm.
ready for you that will meet all of your lifestyle needs.
Mhm.
I can't tell you how many times we've had this exact same thing happen with clients. Your
Mhm.
situation, I'm years away. That's lovely. I want your dream list. What does that look like to you? Well, this doesn't exist. And we say, you're right. It doesn't exist today, but you're not looking for 5 years. You don't
Mhm.
retire for 5 years. And we stumble upon, we're in many, many homes every day.
Mhm.
Many times we've stumbled upon exactly what they're looking for, maybe 18 months later. I'll
Mhm.
call them and we'll say, meet us at this house. But I told you it's 3.5 years from now. That's totally
Mhm.
fine. Please come see it. And they go, oh my God, this is exactly what we want.
Mhm.
It's all of our needs. But we're not retiring for 3.5 years. Perfect. They've purchased the home and they've turned it into an Airbnb. They've turned
Mhm.
it into a rental. They've turned it into something that's now producing income for them, and they've got 3.5 years left, but it's the prime location. It's the home,
Mm.
everything that they want. And
You know,
so,
it's funny that you bring that up because that's how we bought our first home. We were driving through neighborhoods and we found this home and we loved the home, we loved the neighborhood, and it was being built. And they didn't have any more lots available, the end. And so we went looking at other developments that they were also doing. And the people, we kept watching this one house being built. It had all the features, all the bells, all the whistles, everything that we wanted at the perfect location. And we got a call one day, and this is right before we were married. We were about 6 months before we were married. And we weren't going to buy a house till after we were married. We were just looking. And we would use our dating time to go look at homes, which is crazy. But anyway, they called us and they said, the financing fell through for the house that you love on the street that you love. Do you want the house? But you have to decide right now. And then they threw in a bonus, if you will. They said they've already paid like $60,000 toward the house that would come off the purchase price. They will roll it over. These people don't get it back. Do you want it? But you got to come buy it if you want it. And we were like, do we want it? Yeah, we want it. And we bought it like literally right then. We're like, yes, let's buy it. And then there were a couple of things that we wanted to do differently because they had vinyl flooring throughout the whole house, which is weird. And they painted the walls yellow. And so yellow walls, pink vinyl flooring, which was weird to me. And so I wanted to put ceramic tile in and I wanted to paint the walls a neutral color. And so I did all the home repairs then before we moved in. And
nice.
by the time we got married, we had our dream home in the neighborhood that we wanted and $60,000 off the price. I was like,
Mm.
a booyah. And so we did that exact same thing when we were like 6 months from being married. People were like, you're buying a house and you're not even married yet. We're like, I was like, I'm totally going to move in. Pat can stay in his condo. I'm going to move in. This is my house for 6 months. And I
It's a
did all of
wonderful
that.
story.
Yeah,
Yes.
it was really awesome.
You know
Well,
what's cute is you and Pat are still looking at houses on your date time.
Yes.
Just in Florida now.
You
how
know,
many years, Angela?
Just in Florida.
we celebrated our 21st wedding anniversary actually while we were in the villages looking at houses.
Yes.
So,
Wow.
all right,
I wish I had a happy bell.
there's the happy bell right there. That's awesome. Yeah, if I could do it all over again, I would marry him again in a heartbeat. He was the best decision that I ever made. Yeah. And if you can go house shopping with the best person, the best friend that you've ever had, I say do that. Yeah,
Yeah. It
absolutely.
should feel good. It should feel good.